Okay, I'm doing my first DIY video because there's a gap of information in terms of what you can find out there about this particular fix. I think it's really common. I think it's probably going to become more common. This valve's only from 2004. Technology's moved along a little bit, but for your average household, this is what they're going to have in it, or some sort of version of it. This is a single lever mixing valve cartridge from my shower, and this is a pressure balancer. I'm going to kind of take these apart a little bit. They've basically fallen apart, taking it out of the wall, and show the details of these parts, how it works, because it's both crude and overthought at the same time, and can cause some pretty significant issues in your plumbing system that almost it probably can happen for a long time without you knowing, and costing you quite a bit of money in energy bills, believe it or not. So the reason I pulled this out of my wall to begin with was because my showers weren't ever really getting hot enough. And if you look on the internet, as far as that goes, because what led me there is all my taps were getting hot, but my shower was always left something to be desired. I'd like a really hot shower. I don't have children around here. I leave my water heater set higher than your average house, I would guess. So, I mean, you can get your hands very hot underneath the tap, but there was no hope of any kind of hot shower. And especially in winter, the water comes out of the tap here just a hair above freezing. And of course, that doesn't help in terms of the effort to take a hot shower. So if you go on the internet and, well, first off, this is a single lever mixing valve cartridge. It fits like Premier brand, Bayview. American Standard is pretty similar. If you can picture like the handle here, I don't have it for the video, and it goes up for full on, full off. You can twist it to cold and twist it to hot. Well, the first video that you'll find online, and this is all due to the federally mandated stuff, as since I was a kid, they've added all these parts and to protect people. So this would be the part that they get you chasing after online right away. There's this little tab right here that's on the end of would be your handle, and there's these grooves, and this is grooved as well on the inside, and that tab will catch that tab depending on where you clock it and put it over here. And what that does is it stops you from turning it all the way full on hot. So the first DIY hack online, which saves most everybody, is to either remove this or turn it to allow you to turn it even more hot. So of course, first thing I did, got into the wall. I didn't take all this out, but I recognized this, pulled it off, put it all back together. Same thing, lukewarm shower. So then I just decided that it's probably this part. And most plumbers, what they do is they just replace them, and for good reason. And I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to take this part apart, but I'll show you the back of it. I wonder if we're going to have enough light. Well, basically, for facing the wall, hot, cold. So your hot comes in here and your cold comes in here, and this goes back out to either the tub or the shower. But prior to that is the pressure balancer, and the pressure balancer goes right here, and again, this is back into the wall. So first thing out of the pipes is hot, cold, and everything comes back out underneath everything. So through the pressure balancer, hot and cold, through the pressure balancer, into here, mixed however you like, back into here, and back out underneath everything. Now, the pressure balancer is where the problem lies. And this is, again, to save everybody from your sister flushing the toilet on you while you're when you're young. That's what we used to do. I've attached these and I'm going to break it. We'd play pranks on each other if you were in the shower. You'd burn the shit out of your sibling if you just go flush the toilet. Alright, so the pressure balancer, when you take it apart, it's really simple how it works. Again, from the wall, the hot goes in here, the cold goes in here. And there's this slide here. Now this is where the hot comes in, cold comes in, and this piece slides back and forth to let hot into this valve, or cold into this valve. Not into, but available to, because nothing flows into this valve unless it's open. So what this does is it equalizes pressure. The more pressure that comes in one side, the more it moves this gate, biases the gate over to the other side. The problem with this is the hot and cold is so close to each other. This is your hot and cold supply with nothing. It's readily available right here. This gasket gets old, even though this is neoprene or something, and it hasn't totally cracked. It's letting cold water over to the hot side. The problem with that is not only does that make for lukewarm showers, but the warm water gets over to the cold water side of the house constantly. Whereas even if it's not moving, there's convection happening, and you're losing quite a bit of energy through there. Not to mention you're going to get like warm water in the toilet and stuff like that without even realizing it. And this may seem insignificant, what might be sneaking through here, but you got to keep in mind that your entire shower is coming through these two little slivers. Federally mandated stuff. And that's buried in the wall, like buried in the wall. And if this would have been stuck in there, the wall would have had to been taken apart. Thankfully it came out. So I'm without a shower today, and it doesn't look like they shipped this, because of course this isn't, they change these every couple of years, a little bit. Some of them are manufacturer dependent, but the designs are all very similar, and they have their flaws. This thing hasn't totally failed, but again, the hot's getting over to the cold side, and it really draws through when I'm trying to take a shower. I can't wait for a proper hot shower. I don't suppose I've had one since I've moved here. And interesting side effect of just pulling this out, and I'm super lucky that the valve body that this came out of has shutoffs, so I can actually have my water running in the rest of the house in the meantime. I'm just lucky this came out is what I was driving at, I guess. Anyhow, oh, the hot water at the rest of the house is much hotter than I believe. Feels like it is, and the weather's been crucially colder the past couple days. Anyhow, there you go.